Hey, Rob here for Quadratec, continuing with our ARB Build Up of this 80th anniversary Wrangler in the shop. Last time I had it in, I installed that Old Man Emu 3.5-inch BP51 suspension. If you want to check that out, you can click the info button to watch that video. Today I'm going to be installing an ARB Classic Stubby Front Bumper and a winch on the front end of this Wrangler. The Classic Stubby Front Bumper is the perfect option for you if you're looking for a bumper to give you the maximum amount of tire clearance, especially if you're running tires over 35 inches in diameter, and the best approach angles when you're out on the trail. The Classic Stubby Front Bumper is manufactured from 4mm thick laser cut and folded plate steel. Comes in at about 75 pounds, and it's finished with both a zinc primer and then top coated with a slightly textured black powder coat finish. Now, I love that ARB gives you absolutely everything you need to not only install the bumper on the front of your Wrangler or your Gladiator, but they've also thought about different winches and accessories you might be installing with the bumper as well. Now, for example, if you're going to be installing a Warn Xeon series winch, they give you these spacers that install on top of the winch mount here underneath the winch to raise it up slightly so there's no interference issues when you're installing one of those Xeon winches. They also give you the extended length hardware to install those winches. There's also this bracket to mount a remote mount style solenoid winch. It puts that solenoid up front and center right there for easy access on the front of your bumper. They've also given you this great folding front license plate bracket that's designed to mount right behind your front winch fair lead there. A great addition at no additional charge, especially if the area where you live requires the use of a front plate on your vehicle. There's also multiple light mounting options. We've got some tabs up high on top of the bumper hoop. We also have these additional brackets that install down low here on the bumper. Now, these are going to be the perfect place to mount some ARB Solus lights in the future, and they're going to keep those lights down nice and low out in front of the winch and the bumper hoop. First thing I'm going to do to get started before we install the bumper on the Jeep is to go ahead and get these light brackets mounted while I've got plenty of clearance back here using the provided T40 Torx hardware along with washers and serrated flange nuts. With both light brackets attached to the bumper, before we can install the bumper on the front of the Jeep, we do need to modify this front plate slightly. This plate sits behind the lower factory plastic splash shield, and we need to clearance the top edge of this plate to make room for the stubby bumper. Once you've done that, we can go ahead and slide the bumper in place over the frame horns and secure it in place with the provided M10 hardware. Now, if you're going to be installing a winch, this is the perfect time to go ahead and mount your fair lead while you have plenty of room to work there. Don't forget to slip that front license plate bracket between the fair lead and the bumper, and then you can drop your winch right into place. One of the things I really like about the stubby front bumper from ARB is that we have access to all the winch mounting bolts once the bumper is installed. It's going to make your life a lot easier and frankly make this a simple one-person job to get your bumper and winch installed separately instead of lifting everything together onto the front of the Jeep. As you can see, we went with a Quadratec Stealth Performance Series winch with a 12,000 pound pull rating and synthetic rope. We've got that front license plate bracket there to keep us street legal, but easily flips up when you need access to the winch rope there. The ARB Classic Stubby Front Bumper features two heavy-duty recovery points. I like that these have a nice, smooth, tapered edge all the way around and this oblong hole in that recovery point. It's going to make it easy to use with a standard D-ring or bow-style shackle with a 7/8" shackle pin or even a soft-style shackle. It's also a great place to go ahead and hook that winch hook when your winch is not in use. Around the side, we've got these rubber plugs, one on each side of the bumper that can be easily removed to use with an off-road style jack like ARB's The Jack. And up high on the bumper hoop, we've got two mounting tabs here. Now, these could be used for a light bar between both of them, maybe a pair of auxiliary lights, or even some antenna for off-road communication. And as I mentioned earlier, we also installed these light mounting brackets down nice and low, which are going to be the perfect place to install these ARB Solus 21 driving lights in an upcoming video. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that you don't miss that video coming soon. Speaking of, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification icon, so be sure to catch that video as well as plenty more. If you like these videos, do me a huge favor, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And to get more information or to purchase an ARB Classic Stubby Front Bumper, Quadratec Stealth Performance Series winch, or anything else I talked about today, you can click that info button to head over to quadratec.com. Till next time, I'm Rob. I'll see you guys out on the trail.